My name is Ismail Amer. I'm the Egyptian Tourism Counselor in Mumbai, and I'm Regional Director for Far East and Pacific countries. And I'm responsible for promotional activities of Egypt in all this vast area. Actually, we believe that Far East and Pacific countries are the future for Egypt. So far, they are not consisting a lot of traffic to Egypt. The main markets are in Europe, which brings to Egypt more than 70% of the tourist traffic. But still, we believe that new markets like Asia and including India, including Far East countries, are the future for us. The thing is that now Egypt is considered as medium haul destination for those markets, and we try to overcome the obstacles of air carriers to have more air capacity, more carrier capacity to Egypt, and to give the impression that Egypt is nearer to those markets. We were talking before the recording about the safety and security issues as a concern now, and for that I would like to refer to some background of the story. Please allow me to start from the time of the revolution in 2011. In that time, we as Egyptians, we found out that 30 years of rigid regime stopping us from achieving a good future for ourselves and for the new generations. 30 years was enough to say, okay, we want to change, we want to move to a new regime. And after that time, after 2011, we had to stay for 4 years struggling and searching and trying the new systems and the new steps toward the future. And finally, we came out to the best scenario. For that scenario, we almost now fulfilled the roadmap. Now we have a new constitution. Now we passed already the presidential elections, and in one month's time we will have the new parliament. And this makes the new shape of the new state, which is the first step towards that future, that promising future. And sure, the side effect was the instability, unrest, some turmoil, some troubles. But if this affected really the tourism or no, this is a question. Let me tell you that after 4 years of having this unrest, now we started to reap the fruits. On the economy, we have 3 big indicators that Egypt is back to the scene. One of them is the economic conference, which has been held in March 2015 and attended by 2,500 VIP delegates from all over the world, including VIPs also from here, from India. There was a big delegation of 45 big investors from India. And also this conference has been accommodating big names like presidents, like kings, like ministers of foreign affairs of the big countries all over the world: Russia, United States, China, France, Italy, and Spain, with the Arab kings like Saudi Arabia, like United Arab Emirates, and much more. Just not to skip any of them. They are all respected and they are all our friends. This proves what? This proves that the new system of Egypt has been already recognized by the leaders of the world, and this means that the world are in that moment we're ready to work back again with the Egyptian new system. This is the first indicator. The second indicator, also in the economic sector, was realizing the new Suez Canal project. This project was projected for 3 years, but it has been realized in only 1 year. And this is the first miracle. The second miracle is that the fund of this project was 7.5 billion US dollars, collected voluntarily from the public of Egypt, only from the public of Egypt, in 8 days. And this means that the Egyptians really support and really back the current system and the current government. Because once the president say, okay, we need this fund, people collect that in 8 days. And this means that there is no more reasons for clashes, for turmoils, for new wave of revolution. The people already in a friendly relation with their system, with their government, and this is a practical evidence that everything is in that track. The last and the most important, and one of the most important indicators as well, is the discovery of the new one of the biggest gas reserves all over the world near Alexandria. So this announcement of the Italian company proves that the company, which is a worldwide company and has a big investment, understand well that Egypt is safe for the investment right now, and that Egypt is able as a country to protect its commitment to that from the time of the revolution till now. The number of tourists didn't drop below 9.5 million tourists every year. Actually, before the revolution it was 14.7 million, but after the revolution it dropped to 8.5, 8.8, sorry, 9.5, 9.8, something like that. And this means what? This means that even after the revolution, Egypt continued to serve 10 million tourists or 9.5 million tourists every year without troubles, without problems. We kept our commitments, we kept our responsibility towards our tourists during this time with no problem. But when we talk about the tourist destinations in Luxor, in Sharm el Sheikh, in Hurghada, in Aswan, in Sharm el Sheikh, in all those cities, the situation was and is and will keep safe and will keep the same, because those areas are all under very strong security system. I don't believe that we have a problem with safety and security. We have a problem with the media coverage. I have some example, which is the Russian tourists. The Russian tourists are very frequent travelers to Egypt, and they love Egypt so much. And before the revolution, Egypt received 2.8 million tourists from Russia. In 2014, Egypt received from Russian market 3.2 million tourists. This is an increase. So what does this reflect? It reflects that those who understand well Egypt and the environment there and the real situation on ground, they understand that it's very safe and it's very friendly and it's best situation. The problem here with India and with other far east countries, the lack of information and the lack of communication. So even during the hard times after the revolution in 2011, Egypt were keeping its commitments to the safety and security of its clients and of its visitors 100%. So we didn't fail to meet our requirements at all, even during the hard times and so far, and we'll keep doing that even for the future. I'm assuring you that Egypt is safe 100%. It was safe and it is safe and it will keep safe.